Thinking deeply can be both a gift and a burden. While insights and reflections come easily, they can create a sense of separation from those around you. Conversations may feel shallow, interests may diverge, and few people seem to process the world at the same depth. This solitude isn't necessarily negative. It reflects awareness and perception, but it explains why thoughtful minds often feel alone, even in a crowd. Today, we will talk about why deep thinkers often feel lonely. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The nature of deep thinking. Deep thinkers naturally process life, emotions, and ideas on a profound level. They analyze, reflect, and question more than most, constantly exploring meaning, purpose, and connections. While this capacity for introspection provides insight, creativity, and problem-solving skills, it also creates a sense of separation from people who operate on a more surface level. Simple conversations or social interactions may feel unfulfilling or trivial, and deep thinkers often crave meaningful dialogue that aligns with their mental patterns. This mismatch between internal processing and external interactions can make them feel isolated, misunderstood, or disconnected. Loneliness for deep thinkers is not about being physically alone, but about lacking intellectual and emotional resonance with those around them. Their constant reflection may also make them more sensitive to subtle social cues and perceived judgments, amplifying feelings of isolation. Understanding this tendency is key to managing emotional well-being and finding environments, communities, and relationships that provide intellectual and emotional alignment. 2. Overanalyzing social interactions. Deep thinkers tend to overanalyze social interactions, replaying conversations, scrutinizing tone, and imagining potential interpretations. Every gesture or remark can be dissected for hidden meaning or intention, leading to rumination and anxiety. While this analytical ability can enhance understanding, it can also create self-doubt, second-guessing, and hesitation in forming connections. The fear of miscommunication or being misunderstood can prevent deep thinkers from fully engaging with others, further isolating them. Over time, this pattern reinforces loneliness, as relationships feel complicated, exhausting, or unsatisfying. Recognizing overanalysis as a natural tendency allows individuals to consciously differentiate between constructive reflection and excessive rumination, helping them maintain social engagement while protecting emotional well-being. 3. Misalignment with the crowd. Deep thinkers often feel out of sync with the majority of people, who may focus on immediate, practical, or surface-level concerns. Conversations about gossip, trends, or daily trivialities may feel unfulfilling or even draining. This misalignment can lead to withdrawal or selective socializing, limiting interactions to those who share similar depth of thought. While this approach preserves energy, it can also create feelings of loneliness if meaningful connections are scarce. Recognizing that misalignment is natural and not a personal flaw is crucial for self-acceptance and seeking compatible communities that provide intellectual and emotional satisfaction. 4. Heightened emotional sensitivity. Deep thinkers are often highly sensitive to emotions, their own and others. This sensitivity makes them empathetic and attuned, but also vulnerable to emotional overload. Observing others' pain, misunderstandings, or superficial behavior can amplify feelings of isolation. They may struggle to relate to people who are less introspective or emotionally expressive, reinforcing a sense of separation. Understanding and managing emotional sensitivity is essential for reducing loneliness and fostering connections without becoming overwhelmed by others' states. 5. The burden of existential awareness. Many deep thinkers grapple with existential questions about purpose, mortality, and the meaning of life. While this awareness enhances perspective, it can also create isolation from those who do not engage in similar reflection. Conversations about existential themes may be rare or unwelcome in typical social circles, intensifying feelings of solitude. This reflective process, while valuable, may require deep thinkers to seek niche communities or intellectual companions who share their contemplative interest to alleviate loneliness. 6. Fear of vulnerability. Deep thinkers often feel the need to process their thoughts before sharing them, which can delay or inhibit vulnerability. They may fear being misunderstood, judged, or dismissed, causing them to hold back in social situations. This self-protective behavior, while logical, can limit emotional intimacy and deepen feelings of isolation. Recognizing that vulnerability is essential for meaningful connection encourages deep thinkers to take measured social risks, gradually building relationships that honor both depth and authenticity. 7. Difficulty finding intellectual peers. Finding like-minded individuals who can engage in complex, meaningful conversations is challenging. Deep thinkers often encounter peers with different priorities, thought patterns, or levels of introspection. Limited access to intellectual companions reinforces loneliness and can cause frustration or dissatisfaction in everyday interactions. Online communities, interest-based groups, and niche social circles can provide opportunities for connection, allowing deep thinkers to exchange ideas, feel understood, and reduce the sense of isolation. 8. The role of self-reflection. While self-reflection is a strength, it can contribute to loneliness when it turns inward excessively. Deep thinkers may ruminate on perceived social failures, missed opportunities, or misunderstandings, amplifying feelings of disconnection. Over-reliance on internal processing can replace active engagement with others, reinforcing isolation. Balancing self-reflection with proactive social participation helps maintain both insight and connection, preventing introspection from becoming a source of loneliness. 9. Turning solitude into strength. Although deep thinkers may experience loneliness, solitude can be leveraged for growth, creativity, and emotional resilience. Time spent alone allows for introspection, planning, and pursuing personal interests. By embracing solitude intentionally rather than perceiving it as purely negative, deep thinkers can cultivate independence, self-awareness, and mastery over their emotional landscape. Solitude becomes a tool for replenishment, not just isolation, balancing emotional needs with intellectual exploration. 10. Finding connection and belonging. The key to mitigating loneliness for deep thinkers is seeking meaningful connections and communities that align with their depth. This may include intellectual discussion groups, creative circles, or friendships built on shared values and reflection. Developing communication skills that allow complex thoughts to be expressed in relatable ways also enhances connection. By combining self-understanding with proactive engagement, deep thinkers can transform potential isolation into purposeful relationships, balancing depth with social belonging. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.